Chapter 1: The Arrival. The documentary opens with the deafening clang of heavy steel doors shutting behind Marcus, signaling the end of his old life and the beginning of an uncertain future. The soundscape of echoing footsteps on cold concrete fills the air, mirroring the fraught tension that envelops him. As he enters the maximum security prison, fear grips him, every face a potential threat, every corridor a reminder of his isolation. In narrating his experience, Marcus's internal thoughts reveal a world of confusion and a desperate hope for survival. Initial interactions with brusque guards further amplify his anxiety as he grapples with harsh realities and the unspoken rules of prison life. Amidst the chaos, he quickly learns that trust is a rare commodity. Little does he know, this grim initiation will unveil connections he never expected and set the stage for his journey through darkness and resilience. Chapter 2: Brotherhood in Captivity. As Marcus struggles to adapt to his new reality, he finds himself grappling with fear and uncertainty in each moment. He learns the importance of camaraderie in this harsh environment, forming unexpected alliances with fellow inmates who share tales of their lives before incarceration. Among them is Ivy, a mother whose heartache manifests in soul-stirring poetry. Their bond deepens as they exchange stories, seeking solace and understanding in each other's experiences. Ivy's lyrical reflections evoke memories of her children and dreams lost, resonating with Marcus as he navigates the unspoken rules of prison life. Together, they embrace the idea of loyalty, an unbreakable tie that offers a glimmer of hope amidst the struggle. As the haunting sounds of the prison fill their spaces, a sense of brotherhood prevails, forging an unanticipated family among those shackled by their choices, but united in their fight for survival and purpose. Chapter 3: Echoes of the Past. As distant sirens wail and haunting melodies reverberate through the stark prison corridors, inmates gather in a dimly lit room to share their stories. We meet Sal, a seasoned mobster whose weathered face tells a tale of loyalty and betrayal. His gravelly voice resonates as he recounts a life lived in the shadows of organized crime, a past deeply colored by his choices. Each tale shared echoes with regret, revealing the vulnerabilities hidden beneath the hardened exteriors of these men and women. Sal's reflections on lost friendships and family connections stir empathy among his listeners as he grapples with what could have been. Interwoven with the sounds of prison life, these narratives of suffering, hope, and the desire for redemption challenge not just the perceptions of the inmates' lives, but also their determination to confront their pasts and seek meaning amid the confinement. Through their voices, the search for freedom begins, both within and beyond the bars. Chapter 4: The Struggle for Redemption. As the seasons shift, so too do the inmates' aspirations for redemption. In this chapter, we delve into the poignant journey of Jasmine, a talented artist serving time for a violent crime. Her days are filled with the mundane routine of prison life, but she transforms her small cell into a vibrant canvas. Listeners hear her evocative descriptions as she uses colors to express emotions she struggled to voice, conjuring images that contrast starkly with the gray concrete surrounding her. Through Jasmine's eyes, we witness the healing power of art as she leads her fellow inmates in creative sessions, encouraging them to explore their own emotions. The sound of brushes against canvas and the murmurs of shared stories create an atmosphere of camaraderie. Each stroke of paint becomes a step toward self-acceptance, igniting hope in the hearts of those seeking to redefine their identities. Jasmine's art symbolizes not only her personal redemption, but also her desire to inspire transformation in others, breathing life into the shadows of confinement. Chapter 5: The Outside World. The sound of letters being shuffled and opened fills the air, echoing the hopes and dreams of the inmates. In this chapter, we delve into the poignant correspondence exchanged between the inmates and their loved ones on the outside. Each letter becomes a lifeline, capturing emotions of longing and connection. Marcus reflects on the letters he's written, filled with unfulfilled promises and dreams for the future, as he yearns for validation from the world beyond prison walls. Amidst this, Jasmine's voice rises to read her letter to her daughter, her words tinged with both sorrow and love. "I miss your laughter, sweet girl," she begins, her vulnerability a sharp contrast to the coldness of her surroundings. As listeners absorb the weight of these heartfelt connections, they witness the resilience of the human spirit. The outside world may feel distant, but through these letters, hope flickers like a candle, illuminating the path toward redemption and reunion. Chapter 6. The Turning Point. The atmosphere thickens as whispers of change ripple through the cell blocks with the arrival of a new warden. His reputation precedes him, known for implementing strict reforms and a no-tolerance policy toward insubordination. Tension ripples through the inmates, and Marcus senses the impending shift, a storm brewing on the horizon. Fellow inmates rally together, exchanging worried glances and hushed conversations about the potential for uprising. On a fateful night, the anticipated clash erupts as frustrations boil over. The faint sounds of metal scraping against concrete echo ominously, punctuated by shouts and the palpable energy of fear and defiance. Marcus, standing beside his newfound brothers, feels a sense of unity that transcends individual struggles. As chaos erupts, he realizes that loyalty can be a lifeline, not just for survival, but for hope. This pivotal moment challenges their resolve, urging them to confront not only their fears, but the very essence of their humanity. Chapter 7. The Light Within. In the wake of the chaotic night, a sense of purpose takes root among the inmates. The sound of shuffling papers and soft, hopeful discussions fills the air as they embrace avenues for self-improvement. Ivy, motivated by the power of words, spearheads a poetry workshop, inviting her fellow inmates to express their emotions and untold stories through verse. Significant moments unfold as hesitant participants share their pieces, experiencing vulnerability, catharsis, and the healing power of creative expression. Each poem serves as a bridge, connecting lives once marked by isolation and despair. Meanwhile, Marcus finds solace in writing, channeling his frustrations and dreams onto paper, illuminating his path toward self-discovery. The atmosphere shifts from desolation to enlightenment, embodying the transformative potential that education and art can offer, even within the confines of maximum security. It's a testament to the enduring human spirit, finding light in the darkest corners of captivity. Chapter 8. The Cost of Freedom. As the days grow shorter and the tension of potential release looms, Marcus, Ivy, and Jasmine gather in the dimly lit common room, each grappling with their individual fears and aspirations. The reality of parole becomes both a glimmer of hope and a daunting specter. Marcus reflects on the life he dreams of beyond the bars. Will he be accepted back into a world that has moved on without him? Ivy pours her heart into a poetic recitation, capturing the yearning for reconnection with her children while wrestling with the guilt of her past choices. Jasmine's voice quivers as she shares her fears of failure outside, longing to create a fresh path for her daughter. The trio's conversation weaves a tapestry of vulnerability, illuminating the profound complexities of freedom, a coveted prize that comes with the weight of responsibility and the haunting shadows of their former lives. Chapter 9. The Support System. As the heavy clang of the prison gates echoes in the background, families begin to arrive for visiting hours. Listeners hear the soft murmurs of conversations as inmates reunite with loved ones, their voices carrying a mixture of joy and sorrow. Marcus's mother sits across from him, her eyes filled with tears of longing and love. Their heartfelt exchange reveals the emotional weight of their lives apart, illustrating the powerful bond that remains despite the walls between them. Ivy shares a touching moment with her young son, his small hands reaching out through the glass, a connection forged in love even amidst separation. The chapter explores how these family visits serve as lifelines, fostering trust and hope as inmates begin to envision a future outside the bars. Listeners feel the contrast between prison life and the warmth of family ties, underscoring the essential role of support in the rehabilitation process. Chapter 10. The Power of Forgiveness. In the prison yard, inmates gather under a bittersweet sun, their faces etched with hardship and hope. Conversations shift towards forgiveness, an elusive yet transformative concept. Marcus shares his inner turmoil regarding self-forgiveness, haunted by the choices that landed him behind bars. Ivy adds her voice, reflecting on the weight of anger and the freedom found in letting go. They discuss the importance of forgiveness, not only for others, but for themselves as a pathway to healing. Sal, with a gravelly voice, recounts a moment of reconciliation with a betrayal from years past, illustrating how it freed him from baggage he had carried for decades. Each story reveals layers of pain and release, forming a tapestry of emotional growth. As they speak, a palpable sense of solidarity fills the air, underscoring the profound power of forgiveness. In this shared journey, inmates begin to rewrite their narratives, not as victims of their past, but as architects of their futures. Chapter 11: Shadows of Influence. In this chapter, the inmates confront the external forces that shaped their lives and led to their incarceration. Marcus, alongside his fellow inmates, reflects on how societal pressures, broken homes, and the allure of quick money drew them into a cycle of crime. They share personal testimonies that reveal the dark shadows of influence: friends who chose the streets over education, family members who normalized illegal activities, and a community often overlooked by society. As they discuss their pasts, a poignant sense of accountability emerges. The inmates explore how mentorship and support could have altered their trajectories, turning potential into purpose. Sal recounts the moment he chose loyalty to the wrong people instead of seeking guidance. This chapter underscores the critical need for understanding the complex interplay between environment and choices, shedding light on how influences shape not only actions, but the very identity of those caught in the cycle of crime. Chapter 12: Moments of Crisis. The atmosphere in the prison thickens with tension as rumors of an impending uprising circulate among the inmates. Marcus and his friends huddle together, voices hushed, strategizing on how to navigate the chaos that looms ahead. Distant shouts can be heard echoing through the halls, punctuated by the heavy footsteps of guards on high alert. The soundscape catapults listeners into the heart of the crisis, embodying fear and uncertainty. As the unrest unfolds, Marcus witnesses the fragile bonds of camaraderie tested under pressure. Some inmates choose to fight, while others seek peace, and the choices made in those moments carry profound implications for their community. The chapter culminates in a visceral confrontation, revealing the raw emotion behind every decision. Ultimately, it challenges perceptions of solidarity in adversity, illustrating how moments of crisis can forge deeper connections and force individuals to reckon with their beliefs about loyalty and survival. Chapter 13: The Healing Arts. In this chapter, the sound of brushes against canvases and the soft rustling of sketchbooks fills the air, creating a transformative atmosphere within the prison walls. Jasmine takes the lead in art therapy sessions, inviting her fellow inmates to explore their emotions through creative expression. As they wield paintbrushes and pencils, the stark gray of confinement is replaced by vibrant colors and imaginative landscapes. Conversations flow as inmates share their stories, their pain, and their aspirations, turning the art room into a sanctuary. Audio recordings capture laughter, somber reflections, and the occasional clinking of paint jars, highlighting the healing power of art. Jasmine encourages her peers to confront their pasts and capture their hopes on canvas, fostering a sense of community and connection. The chapter underscores the profound impact of creativity in the rehabilitation journey, revealing how artistic expression can bridge the gap between despair and hope.